Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and today we're heading deep into the way of nature to talk about one of the most unique supports in Hero Wars Alliance, Alvanor, the Dominion's legendary guardian of the sacred forest. Alvanor isn't your typical frontline support. He combines protective runes, strong healing, and consistent magic damage, all while boosting nature allies in ways that make him a cornerstone of the faction. If you've ever wondered how to unlock Alvanor's full potential, then this guide is exactly what you need. Today we'll break down his skills, his best builds, his artifacts, skins, glyphs, talismans, and of course the counters you'll want to watch out for. If you're playing Hero Wars Alliance on Android, now's your chance to save big with Huawei's app gallery. For a limited time, you can get up to 25% off the Golden Pass and receive 15% back in Huawei points on every purchase, every day. This special campaign runs until October 1st, 2025, so act quickly. Just click the link in the description and download the game through App Gallery. Your game progress is completely safe, simply link your Google or App Gallery account, and you'll pick up right where you left off. Make sure your device country settings are supported, including Austria, Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, Ireland, Netherlands, Poland, Portugal, Switzerland, Spain, Turkey, Ukraine, United Kingdom, and more. Don't miss these exclusive rewards. Tap the link and power up your Hero Wars Alliance journey today. Let's dive straight into his kit. We begin with Runes of Ice, Alvanor's first skill. He conjures 5 runes in front of himself and launches them toward enemies. Each rune flies toward the nearest foe, dealing damage and applying a slow effect. The power of this skill depends on his magic attack, and while the chance to slow decreases if the target is over level 120, it's still one of his most disruptive abilities. The strength of Runes of Ice is that it chips away at opponents who resist big, heavy single hits. Think of heroes like Lucas or Julius, who can shrug off one huge strike but are far more vulnerable to repeated smaller hits combined with control. Add in the slowing effect, and suddenly those durable frontliners are stuck in place, making them easy targets for your allies. Next up is his second skill, Runes of Life. This is where Alvanor transforms into a healer. He conjures a rune that heals all allies once per second, but here's the kicker: if your team has nature heroes, their healing is doubled regardless of the source. This means every trickle of healing they receive suddenly becomes a torrent. This is absolutely game-changing when paired with allies like Mushy and Shroom. Their healing cycles trigger faster, which allows them to activate branching mycelium more effectively and snowball with their damage. Mojo also benefits immensely, since his healing spirits provides extra energy with each heal. Combined with Alvanor, this can create a chain reaction of non-stop energy and damage, overwhelming opponents before they know what hit them. Now for his third skill, Rune of Fire. Here, Alvanor goes offensive. He unleashes the power of a fire rune against the 2 nearest enemies, dealing solid magic damage. This skill also scales with his magic attack and adds consistent pressure against the frontline. If tanks are relying on sheer endurance, Rune of Fire wears them down and sets them up for his allies to finish. And finally, his fourth skill, Rune of Earth. This one is passive, always working in the background, and it's a huge reason why Alvanor is so important to the way of nature. Rune of Earth reduces the amount of damage allies take from basic attacks. Even better, for nature heroes, this rune is always active. That means Mushy, Alvanor's natural partners, benefit constantly. Against heavy-hitting basic attackers like Kira, this rune is a lifesaver. It buys precious time for healers and damage dealers alike, and when combined with his Runes of Life, it makes nature compositions incredibly hard to break through. So, how do we build Alvanor to get the best out of him? Alvanor is classified as a support hero. He belongs to the Way of Nature faction and stands on the front line, which means he needs both survivability and utility to fulfill his role. Let's start with rank items. Through Violet ranks, prioritize gear that increases health and magic attack. Look for pieces like the Pastor's Seal, the Panoptic Orb, and the Tome of Fate. As you move into the orange ranks, items like the Oracle's Sensor, Light of Distant Stars, and Key to All Doors will keep him scaling properly. Once you reach orange +3 or +4, you'll be in a strong position to use him effectively in mid-game battles. Now let's talk about skins. Alvanor currently has 6 skins: the default, Magic Attack, Armor, Health, Magic Penetration with A+ version, and Magic Reflection. The first priority should always be health. Since he's positioned at the front, you need to keep him alive long enough to sustain your team. Next, focus on Magic Attack, which increases the potency of all 4 of his skills. After that, the default skin gives him balanced scaling and a touch more defense. Once those are in place, pick up the armor skin for protection against physical threats. Then add Magic Penetration, boosting his damage against magic-resistant enemies. Finally, leave Magic Reflection for last. Since Alvanor already has decent magic defense as an intelligence hero, it's the least impactful. In the future, if he gets new skins for health or magic attack, those should jump to maximum priority. Moving into Glyphs. Alvanor's 5 glyphs are Magic Attack, Health, Magic Penetration, Magic Defense, and Intelligence. Start with Health, this is the core of his survivability. Then go into Magic Attack, directly scaling his skills and healing output. After that, build Intelligence, which adds both offense and magic defense. Next, invest in Magic Penetration to bypass enemy resistances. Finally, Magic Defense comes last, since his Intelligence stat already covers it decently. Raise them all to level 40 for mid-game efficiency unless you're chasing advanced class development. Artifacts are where you amplify his impact. His weapon artifact grants bonus magic attack to the whole team whenever he uses Runes of Ice. His book artifact boosts magic penetration and magic attack. His ring increases intelligence, his main stat. Here's the priority, the ring first, since intelligence scales both his damage and defenses. Next, his book artifact, because penetration and magic attack are vital once his survivability is secure. Finally, his weapon artifact. While it's useful for sharing magic attack with the team, its value is lower compared to directly increasing Alvanor's stats. Still, it's a nice bonus in the right setups. The gift of the elements is straightforward: max out intelligence and magic attack. Alvanor cannot function without strong investment. Without it, he'll crumble early, and your nature teams lose their backbone. With it, he becomes an immovable frontline support who sustains and amplifies his allies. His talismans are also important. His first combines intelligence and health, and his second adds chance of magic critical hit with armor. Both are excellent, and easy to obtain. Together, they balance survivability and damage, making him more reliable in long fights. Now, let's move to the fun part: how to counter Alvanor. Because he's such a strong anchor for nature teams, you need direct answers. Cornelius is the hard counter. He targets heroes with the highest intelligence, and deals massive damage based on that stat. Against Alvanor, this usually means a one-shot. Celeste is another strong option, converting his healing into magical damage, which punishes his supportive role. Rufus is excellent at absorbing his magical damage, turning Alvanor's offensive pressure into nothing. And Corvus's altar is an incredible punish against his area of effect magic from Runes of Fire and Runes of Ice. And that's it for today, Guardians. Alvanor is the heart of many Way of Nature setups, A protector and amplifier who transforms his team into an unbreakable wall. Build him with health and magic attack, pair him with Mushy, Mojo, and other nature heroes, and watch as your enemies struggle to keep up. What do you think about Alvanor? Do you use him to anchor your nature teams, or have you faced him and struggled to break through? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences. And as always, stay tuned, stay sharp, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. Salute and friendship.